Welcome to episode 1 of our 500 quiz pedagogy series. If you are a teacher, student, or someone passionate about education, this series is just for you. In today's episode, we'll challenge your knowledge with 77 quizzes covering Bloom's taxonomy, learning theories, teaching strategies, and classroom management for key pillars of effective teaching. So grab your notebook and pen, write down your answers, and put your knowledge to the test. I'll reveal all the correct answers at the end of the video. Ready? Let's get started. Which level of Bloom's taxonomy involve recalling facts and basic concepts? Understanding, applying, remembering, creating. What is the highest level in Bloom's taxonomy? Evaluating, analyzing, applying, creating. Which of the following verbs is associated with the applying level of Bloom's taxonomy? Define, compare, solve, justify. The analyzing level in Bloom's taxonomy focuses on which of the following? Breaking information into parts and examining relationship, using information in new situations, making judgments based on criteria, memorizing definitions. Which of these activities best represents the evaluating stage of Bloom's taxonomy? Writing a summary of a story, justifying a decision with logical reasoning, identifying key concepts in a lesson, recalling historical dates. Creating a new product of designing a project is an example of which Bloom's taxonomy level? Remembering, understanding, creating, evaluating. Which domain of learning does Bloom's taxonomy primarily address? Cognitive, affective, psychomotor, social. What is an example of the understanding level in Bloom's taxonomy? Defining a term, explaining a concept in your own words, applying a formula to solve a math problem, evaluating the effectiveness of an argument. If a teacher asks students to compare and contrast two theories, which Bloom's level does this task fall under? Remembering, applying, analyzing, creating. Which of the following best describes the purpose of Bloom's taxonomy in education? To classify learning objectives into hierarchical levels, to measure students' IQ levels, to rank students based on intelligence, to focus only on memorization skills. Who is the founder of classical conditioning? B.F. Skinner, Jean Piaget, Ivan Pavlov, John Dewey. Operant conditioning was developed by which psychologist? Albert Bandura, B.F. Skinner, Lev Vygotsky, John Watson. Which theory suggests the children learn through social interaction? Behaviorism, constructivism, social learning theory, cognitive load theory. The zone of proximal development is a key concept of which learning theory? Behaviorism, social constructivism, classical conditioning, cognitivism. Who introduced the concept of schema in learning? John Dewey, Jean Piaget, Howard Gardner, Robert Gagne. According to behaviorism, learning occurs through which process? Internal processing, observational learning, reinforcement and punishment, critical thinking. Who developed the multiple intelligences theory? Howard Gardner, Jerome Bruner, B.F. Skinner, Noam Chomsky. Scaffolding is a term related to which learning theory? Classical conditioning, constructivism, behaviorism, cognitive load theory. Which learning theory emphasizes the role of memory, problem solving, and thinking? Behaviorism, cognitivism, humanism, constructivism. Who is the main theorist behind experiential learning? David Cobb, John Dewey, Lev Vygotsky, Jean Piaget. According to Bandura's social learning theory, what is necessary for learning? Observation, imitation and modeling, repetition and memorization, punishment and reward, practice and failure. What is the main focus of humanistic learning theory? Reinforcement and punishment, the whole child and self actualization, cognitive development, social interactions. Which psychologist believed that learning is an active process where learners construct knowledge? Jean Piaget, B.F. Skinner, Ivan Pavlov, John Watson. The law of effect, which states that behaviors followed by positive outcomes are repeated, is attributed to whom? Edward Thorndike, B.F. Skinner, Albert Bandura, Lev Vygotsky. What is the primarily belief of connectivism? Knowledge is socially constructed, learning happens through networks and digital technology, behavior is shaped by rewards, intelligence is fixed and cannot change. Who developed cognitive load theory? John Sweller, Jean Piaget, Jerome Bruner, Lev Vygotsky. According to constructivism, how should teachers support learning? By giving clear instructions and rewards, by encouraging students to discover knowledge on their own, by using strict memorization techniques, by focusing only on standardized testing. What is the main idea behind Maslow's hierarchy of needs in education? Students must have their basic needs met before they can learn. Students learn best through memorization. Intelligence is genetic and cannot be changed. Standardized testing improved learning outcomes. What is an example of classical conditioning in a classroom setting? Giving students praise for completing their work, pairing a bell sound with the start of a lesson so students pay attention, encouraging students to think critically about a problem, using digital tools to enhance engagement. What is one criticism of behaviorism as learning theory? It does not consider internal cognitive processes. It focuses too much on emotions. It relies only on technology for learning. It does not provide any structure for learning. Which teaching strategy focuses on students discovering knowledge through exploration? Direct instruction, inquiry based learning, rote learning, behaviorism. What is the main feature of the flipped classroom model? Students watch lectures at home and do activities in class. Teachers lecture while students take notes. Only group work is allowed in class. Students do all their learning online. Which strategy promotes hands on real world projects as a learning method? Project based learning, rote memorization, lecture based learning, standardized testing. What is the primary goal of differentiated instruction? To ensure all students receive the same instruction, to tailor teaching methods to meet individual student needs, to eliminate all assessments, to focus only on gifted students. What is the key characteristic of active learning? Students passively receive information. Students engage in discussion, problem solving, and activities. Teachers only give lectures. Students memorize information without application. Which of the following is an example of cooperative learning? Students working in pairs or groups to complete a task. Students listening to a lecture without interaction. Teachers assigning individual work only, memorizing information through repetition. Scaffolding in education refers to providing temporary support to help students learn independently, allowing students to fail without intervention, a strict memorization technique, teaching only through standardized tests. What is the primary goal of gamification in education? To add game like element to increase motivation and engagement, to replace traditional learning with video games, to make learning competitive only, to remove assessments from education. Which strategy encourages students to reflect on their learning and thinking process? Metacognition, direct instruction, rote learning, behaviorism. What does the think, pair, share strategy involve? Students think about a question, discuss with a partner, then share with the class. Teachers thinking aloud to model problem solving. Pairing students for an exam, a lecture based approach. What is the goal of universal design for learning? To create flexible learning environments that accommodate all learners, to teach only high achieving students, to focus on memorization techniques, to eliminate technology from education. Which of the following is not a student centered teaching strategy? Inquiry based learning, cooperative learning, lecture based teaching, flipped classroom. In problem based learning, students solve real world problems through inquiry and research, memorize answers without context, only complete worksheets, listen to lectures without interaction. Socratic questioning encourages critical thinking through guided questioning, rote memorization, passive learning, standardized testing. Which instructional strategy helps students make connections between new and prior knowledge? Constructivist learning, drill and practice, traditional lecture, direct memorization. A hook in lesson planning is used to capture students' attention at the start of the lesson, test students on prior knowledge, summarize the lesson at the end, assess student behavior. What is an essential element of a blended learning approach? Combining in person and online learning experiences, removing technology from education, teaching only through lectures, using only physical textbooks. What is the main purpose of peer teaching? Students teach and learn from each other. Teachers do all the explaining. Students memorize teacher lecture. Only top students are allowed to participate. What is one benefit of experiential learning? Students learn by actively engaging in hands on experiences. Students only rely on textbooks. Students memorize large amount of content. Students passively listen to teachers. What is one goal of formative assessment? To monitor student learning and provide feedback for improvement, to assign final grades only, to replace all summative assessments, to measure intelligence permanently. What is the primary goal of classroom management? To maintain order and discipline, to ensure students do not speak, to focus only on academic content, to give as much homework as possible. Which of the following is a proactive classroom management strategy? Waiting for disruptive behavior to occur before reacting, providing students with clear expectations and rules from the start, ignoring student behavior and focusing on teaching content, punishing students for every minor mistake. What is positive reinforcement in classroom management? Rewarding students for good behavior to encourage it in the future, punishing students for bad behavior, ignoring students who misbehave, yelling at students to gain their attention. Which classroom management technique involves giving students choices? Authoritative approach, punitive discipline, assertive discipline, collaborative approach. What is the first step in handling disruptive behavior in class? Sending the student out of the classroom immediately, giving a verbal warning and addressing the behavior calmly, ignoring the student completely, calling the student's parents immediately. What is active supervision in classroom management? Teachers sitting behind their desk while students work, moving around the classroom and being aware of student behavior, ignoring minor disruptions to focus on academic content, only monitoring students' written work. Which of the following is an example of a non-verbal classroom management strategy? Giving students a thumbs up for good behavior, yelling at students to stop talking, sending a student to the principal's office, giving extra homework as punishment. What does the with itness concept refer to in classroom management? Teachers' ability to keep students engaged at all times, teachers' awareness of what's happening in all areas of classroom, teachers' skills in using technology during lessons, teachers' ability to grade students effectively. What is the purpose of setting clear classroom expectations? To keep students quiet at all time, to create consistency and help students understand what is expected, to make the teacher's job easier, to punish students who do not follow the rules. Which classroom management strategy involves students working in groups to manage their own behavior? Group reinforcement, teacher centered approach, collaborative discipline, peer punishment. What is the take a break technique? Letting students leave class for a short period to calm down, giving students a 5-minute recess during classroom, allowing students to sleep during class, having students write an essay when they misbehave. Which approach focuses on establishing clear rules and consequences for misbehavior? Punitive approach, assertive discipline, permissive approach, collaborative approach. What is differentiated instruction in relation to classroom management? Treating all students the same in terms of expectations, adjusting teaching methods to meet individual students' needs and learning styles, assigning more homework to difficult students, creating a strict rule for all students. How does restorative justice work in classroom setting? Punishing students for misbehavior with a harsh consequence, focusing on fixing the harm caused by misbehavior and restoring relationships, ignoring conflicts and continuing the lesson, asking students to leave the class immediately after a disruption. What is an example of a preventive classroom management strategy? Giving students clear instructions and routines from their beginning, sending students to the office for misbehavior, writing students' name on the board as a warning, ignoring students when they talk out of turn. What is the classroom economy strategy? Paying students for good behavior without classroom money, giving students tests every day, allowing students to grade their own work, reducing students' homework based on classroom behavior. Which strategy is focused on addressing conflicts between students in a positive manner? Conflict resolution training, sending students to the principal's office, using strict punishment, ignoring student disputes. What is the timeout mean in the context of classroom management? Allowing students to take a break to calm down before returning to the class activities, giving students extra homework, having students stay late after school, asking students to leave the classroom permanently. What is the role of a classroom rule? To restrict students' freedom, to guide student behavior and create a positive learning environment, to punish students for mistakes, to reduce class time. Which of the following is an example of a teacher using a proactive approach to classroom management? Creating a set of rules at the beginning of the year and discussing them with the students, sending students to detention for misbehavior, ignoring disruptive behavior, yelling at students when they misbehave. Now it's time to check your answers. Here they are. Compare them with yours and see how well you did. Drop your score in the comments below. And don't forget, this is just the beginning. We are on the mission to complete 500 quizzes on pedagogy. So make sure to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. See you in the next challenge. Keep learning, keep growing and keep inspiring.